U.S. President Joe Biden has expressed absolute confidence in the ability of President Muhammadu Buhari to supervise the conduct of free, fair and credible elections in 2023. At a strategic meeting with leaders of 6 African countries facing elections next year, the U.S. leader particularly lauded President Buhari for demonstrating a high sense of commitment to constitutionality in Nigeria's democratic enterprise. State House correspondent Adamu Sambu has details.
Apart from President Muhammadu Buhari, the high-level meeting with the U.S. President Joe Biden was also attended by his counterparts from the Democratic Republic of Congo, Gabon, Liberia, Madagascar and Sierra Leone. Discussions held behind closed doors centered on the forthcoming elections in their respective countries and sustainable democracy in Africa. The meeting, President Biden said, is not about the U.S. raising the alarm bell or claiming to be having concerns and solutions, rather to encourage them towards ensuring that balloting is free and fair in their countries.
He singled out Nigeria and Mr. President for praise. These countries have their representatives, their ambassadors in Nigeria, and who are seeing that, Mr. President has never sought to interfere or to manipulate elections and election results. And of course, this has been seen in the recent past with governorship elections, in which the ruling party candidates have not won. And, and Mr. President has welcomed those results and, as the people speaking. And I think the international community now recognizes that he really is a Democrat, not just in words, but in action. It's a recognition of the legacy of Mr. President, which is a non-interference in the electoral processes, and that votes will count and count decisively.
President Biden told the African leaders that his administration is prepared to do everything it can towards supporting the forthcoming elections in their countries being free, fair and credible.
President Biden, I think, was talking about enabling environment for democracy to flourish. Things like education, health, and all those quality of life, issues that contributes to, a society being prosperous and therefore able to make the democracy thrive. And job creation and just the economic support and other aspects, and so he feels that in those areas where the U.S. can support, that they certainly would do so.
During the engagement, President Buhari restated his commitment to not only credible elections in Nigeria but also a smooth transition to the next administration as a matter of obligation. He commended the United States for continuously supporting Nigeria's democratic enterprise, which he said will not be taken for granted. From Washington, D.C., Adamu Sambu, NTA News.